Welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show. You know, starting off the video is always the hardest part. And with the weekend show, I usually say the date, right? So this way, it just kind of, But welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show for the weekend ending, It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Why do I even do that? I'll just put the date every time. Now it's easy. Now I just start. Welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, or you had a great week. I hope you have a good week coming up. You know, summer's here. We're at the end of June. Those of you who are not full-time employees, maybe you're out for the summer. I hope you're having a good time. It's a little bit warm in Southern California. I might have to turn on the air conditioner later on. On that note, I'm in a business park, and I'm here filming the weekend show on Saturday this week. And there's gardeners. They're doing the gardening. So if you hear some noises, some talking or some machines, that's what it is. It's not me. So I did 4 videos this week. I hope you had a chance to check them out. Of course, Truckin Tuesday. I did a Hot Wheels truck and transporter vehicle. On Monday, you know what? Last weekend, I left out an off-the-peg snippet from Target. And I didn't want to hold it and then put it in for the next week because, well, Target's getting their special edition red cars. And I thought, you know what? I'll just make it a standalone video on Monday. And this way you guys can make a trip to Target in case you're interested, or you open your eyes. Hey, maybe, that's what those are. So I didn't want to wait a 1 minute. I took a 1 minute off the pegs in-store video. And then, to make a video for YouTube, you got to add stuff to it because 1 minute does, okay, yeah, I could have just put up 1 minute and let it go. But I prefer telling stories and having value to the viewer, right? Well, it was after Father's Day, I also showed the Tsum Tsums. Anyways, man, it turned into a big project. It took half my day. A little 1 minute video took half my day because I uploaded it. I messed up the audio, had to take it down, then I re-uploaded it, and this, what a project. Anyways, so I'm going to feature some comments from that video, the Target Off the Pegs, Truckin Tuesday. I finally unpacked my suitcase from 2 years ago attending the Matchbox Gathering in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And there's a fourth video I can't think of it. I gotta look. Oh, hold on. Fourth video. 1, 2. Oh, I did a Johnny Lightning case unboxing video. So let's go ahead and showcase and follow up on some questions or comments from the week. Well, you're not gonna have to worry about the noise. They chopped everything. They were making so much noise, I couldn't record it all. Here's a comment from the Off the Pegs Target Edition video. What a shame. I collect all the color variations of the 15 Charger. But with a variation for Target, which of course do not bring in Moldova, it will be a very difficult challenge. Yes, I know we have it good in the United States. We have a lot of retailers who sell a lot of cars, so Mattel's able to make exclusive colors for Target, Walmart, Kmart, Toys R Us, and even like grocery stores like Kroger. Personally, I don't have to have them all, but I wish you luck in getting your Charger. For Truckin Tuesday, Michael Mathis noticed that it's another model with off-road tires. I hadn't really been paying attention to that, but I definitely will in the future. Terry Bell Bliss commented that the moving feature is an old Matchbox design from the Roll-O-Matic line. He is correct, and I'm glad that they're implementing it into basic models as well as these trucks. And by the way, Norm B, I'm glad that you appreciated all the extra cars that I showed in the video. I'm really proud of this video. I gave a lot of information as well as other models with Flying Aces designs. Yeah, I really like this presentation, so if you haven't checked it out, the link is in the description. I do wish that the companion car, Sand Stinger, had graphics that better matched the truck. I also wish that he had better axles. I went to put them away and they're a little wobbly. This week, I finally unloaded a suitcase that I had brought home from a gathering a couple years ago. I also showed the plastic tubs that I used for storage, and I finally unloaded the suitcase and got stuff put away. Gia Araya noticed that the tubs are made in USA. Nice. Yes, it's great. If they can be made here, it's cost effective. This way, they don't have to pay shipping to have them shipped all over the world. Choco Chip the Pug 1. Nice cars. I have always wanted to join a convention, but couldn't find the time to go to one yet. But your videos let me have a good idea of what's there, and so far it looks great. Yes, conventions and shows and gatherings, they're all fantastic to meet collectors from all over the world because it's more than just the cars. It's also about the community around the cars. Mr. Wolf Snack, I might copy your Sterilite storage bin idea. I use banker's boxes, but when the humidity goes up in my house, they stink like the dickens. The cardboard used in the boxes smells pretty strong, and they tend to want to crush themselves when you stack too many. Not only that, my friend, the plastic tubs tend to help keep the bugs out. And what if you have flooding? You know what? The plastic's going to keep your stuff a lot safer than cardboard. Cardboard's just going to soak up all that water. I should have unpacked that suitcase sooner because I found a tripod. I can use those things. By the way, I don't use this type anymore with the stick that sticks out for you to move the camera around. I only buy the kinds that have this pistol grip because you can squeeze and maneuver your camera whichever way you want it to point. I did show this Hot Wheels card game from Germany, but I was flipping through it really fast. I didn't realize that a lot of the cars' names were wrong all the time. I didn't notice till the end. Let me show you them again now, and I'll just go slowly so you can see how many of the names are wrong compared to the card it's showing. And the last video of the week was Johnny Lightning 2017 Street Freaks Round 1 color versions C and D. And DeathKnell50 commented that every pic online that he has found says the vet with the white wheels is the White Lightning. He doesn't know. It's so confusing with these White Lightnings. Yes, it can be confusing, but all of the Corvettes had white hubcaps. What you want to look for in this release is that the Corvette had to have enamel white paint. That was the White Lightning indicator for this Surf Frauds release. It might get confusing, but you know what? The true Johnny Lightning fan who follows Johnny Lightning is going to find out which are the true White Lightnings. And it makes it more special when you find them. You know that Matchbox show that I brought home the suitcase? Well, the Matchbox team did bring prototypes for display at that show. Why don't you go ahead and check them out? Now let's take a sneak peek of the third box that I received from Majorette. They will be coming to USA Toys R Us stores, exclusive to Toys R Us this summer. Sometime in July is the expected release date. I have given sneak peeks of the other two boxes in previous weekend shows. This one we're going to check out the premium cars. Don't look on the left. Yeah, you already know it was written on the box. You know what that orange thing is on the left, but you'll have to wait until that gets reviewed. Of course, it'd make a perfect showcase for Truckin Tuesday. Let me slide out 3 random cars. I have no idea what's going to come out. Here we have the Subaru WRX STI. Premium cars. Premium features. Check it out. Opening doors. You have opening doors also in the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. And last up, Lamborghini Huracan Avio. It doesn't have opening doors. Check it out. Opening hatch. I like it. Stay tuned for my feature video of all of the releases. I've been waiting to open up this Vector Avtec WX3 for a long time. It might not work out on this track because, I don't know, he might be rubbing on the side, but here we go. This one, this is from the 90s. I don't know, collector number 2007, early 90s, 1991. Ooh, here we go. Boosters on. Vector Avtec WX3. Ow! Oh! He doesn't need that bridge. I'm going to take it out. That was very satisfying. Rick Marigold wanted to know if I could test Aeroflash by Street Breeds or Ballistic by Road Beast. Well, let's go ahead and check out Ballistic. If you have a chance, subscribe to my Track Time channel. Dark Lord 6411 asks RaceGrooves, have you ever played the board game Hot Wheels Wipeout? You know I'm familiar with it. I've seen some people have it available for sale at some conventions. Price was too high. But now that you mentioned it, I checked eBay and I found one that had all the pieces and was a price I was willing to pay. Speaking of eBay, the vast number of sellers are fantastic sellers. Packing, shipping, everything fantastic. Sometimes things happen. Like in this situation, you know, let's say my address, for example, is 124 South Elm Street, right? Sometimes people, they put the S too close over here, and then it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elm Street. And then the post office is like, well, there is no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elm Street. What are you talking about? Causes delays. Well, check what it did to this package. This package did a lot of trips. This thing has taken a beating. It came all the way to my house, all the way back to the seller. Now it's back to me. Let's go ahead and let's take a peek at something some stuff that I bought off of eBay. And the reason I got these, there's a couple things in here that the seller happened to have for sale. So let's go ahead and check them out. And I'll explain why I was picking these up. You know, I got a lot of cars already. And you might think, well, why are you getting these? Well, you know, I got some interesting video things that I would like to do. And then sometimes, you know, you just didn't pick something up the first time. And then you decide, well, I wish I got it. Now I got to go pick it up. But some stuff, you know, the prices are right. Hopefully there's no paperwork. Let's see. Paperwork, newspaper. Oh, you already seen that. Look at that. Mystery cars. This is the main thing that this is the thing that I'm most concerned with is the mystery cars. Because in order to do another mystery car video, You want the packages to be good. You don't want people to think, hey, you swapped the car in the mystery car, because I would like to get some more Bugatti Veyrons, right? And if you're trying to get the mystery car Bugatti Veyron, you're going to want it to be in the 07 package, to where it says up here in the corner, I think 180. See, it says 180. That's the mystery car year that had the Bugatti Veyron. So thankfully all the packages look okay. Even if some of them are a little crunched, I'm going to open them up. This year they did not have the peephole. So if you're buying mystery cars and there's a peephole, that's not the right year. You want the year with the 180, the 2007 on the back, and I think it says 07 right here. You can see 07 right there as well. And you want this card art. Then you have a chance at a Bugatti Veyron. I'm going to wait and open these for that special video. I think he sold these for $30. All these mystery cars I got for $30. He might have had 2 lots of 15. So I spent $30 a lot. Some of them, it's all right if the card got banged up. The main thing is I don't want them to be opened up. A little cruncher. So it's okay for me. It's, you know, no big deal. And this seller takes care of me, does all right. And he did a little something for the shipping because of it going back and forth. Well, there's all the mystery cards. Let me just get to the other thing. Looks like they're all okay. That'll be another video. Kind of fun to do surprise unboxing videos with mystery cars. Oh, that was it. Wow. Well, I'm definitely glad that this box showed up. I thought it was going to be multi-packs. And the reason I've been buying multi-packs, sometimes you didn't buy a playset, and then that playset had a certain car. Next thing you know, well, sometimes that car shows up in multi-packs. So if I find the multi-pack, I'll get the multi-pack. I get 10 cars and I get that track set car, and I didn't have to buy the track set. Uh-oh, this is what I told you got to be careful of. The seller didn't know that the 2007 and 2008 packages look exactly the same on the front. But if you look up in the collector number, you can see it says 07 or 08, and it says on the back as well. I've already sent him a message. We'll take care of it. Hello? 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 Yeah, that's just one of the feral cats that are in the area here of the shop. I guess he likes the kind of food that I put out. Some of the neighbors, they put out a bowl for the cats or to eat, whatever, food and water. But I guess he likes the kind that I put out. I moved up some of the Ask RaceGrooves questions into the second segment. So the third segment is going to be a little different than normal. By the way, YouTube, I know some of you guys want to have, you know, successful YouTube channels. I worked very hard at doing this channel. You know, I've been doing it hardcore since 2009, 8 years, right? Well, one of the popular things that people were doing recently, or the last year and a half, are, yeah, Elsa, Spider-Man, these videos where they dress up in costumes and they do skits. Well, some of that stuff is not family friendly. So finally, YouTube's cracking down on it. Maybe they're cracking down on it too far, because they're demonetizing all of those videos, not allowing people to monetize. Yeah, you can make the video, put them on YouTube, but YouTube's not running ads on those videos, right? So some of those channels that blew up and made hundreds of millions of views, and theoretically hundreds of millions of dollars, well, not hundreds of millions, millions of dollars. I'll bet you they made millions of dollars. I didn't jump on that fad, not my thing, but I only share this with you. Another thing that's happening is some of the people who are doing skits with different characters, maybe even they're just using the toys, right? And they're doing skits with the toys. Maybe that pink little pig, Peppa Pig, maybe Disney characters. Yeah, some of those companies are now issuing community strikes for using their copyrighted or or their intellectual property in videos, right? So when I do my videos, right, I do racing, and it's really a performance of how the car did, and I show the cars that work in the boosters, they don't. So I stick to that review type format, because then I can argue, look, it's a review, right? It's not like I'm doing characters. No, these are the cars. These are how they perform. Yeah, I do contests. Yeah, we do races, competitive races, right? But what is it in effect? It's in effect a review of which car is the fastest car that won that day. It's not necessarily every time, but nonetheless, so if you're doing races type videos, you're probably okay. And probably okay. I'm not an attorney. I can't say. But if you're thinking about doing some of those skits and stuff like that, I would not recommend it, right? Some of those companies, they don't care, and I'll just say Peppa Pig in particular. That company is issuing copyright strikes against channels for using their IP, right? They're not, saying, well, we don't want that monetized and then demonetized. They're issuing strikes. They want it off of YouTube, right? So let me tell you, don't touch the little pink pig, okay? Don't do those videos. You can if you want. Hey, do it. It's your channel. You do what you want. But I'm saying don't do it. Another thing, well, let's get back into the toy car thing a little bit, is that, I know the game. I know what some people do, right? They find my most popular videos and they post a comment to try to get attention, right? They don't watch any of my other videos. They don't comment or participate in any other videos, but they go and comment on the popular ones, right? Somebody messaged me and said that they had their channel shut down. They said they don't know why. And I don't know why, and I don't want to ask. They say they don't know why. They say they weren't told what was going on. I don't know, right? I only have what they were going by, right? But, I've talked about this before on a weekend show, right? Don't use copyrighted material, right? YouTube they have detection systems, right? Don't sit there and think you want to do a video, just as an example, on, I think, Green Light, and even Hot Wheels. They did the Brady Bunch station wagon, right? So don't think you're going to do a review of the station wagon and then use the Brady Bunch theme with maybe the Brady Bunch people don't give permission for you to use the Brady Bunch theme song. They issue a content ID, copyright strike for using their song. It's their song. They have the rights to determine what they want to happen with their song. And you can't say, well, I'm not going to monetize the video. I don't care. They can have the money. No, they don't want you to use it. And again, I only use Brady Bunch as an example, right? So don't use other people's content, right, as far as music, or even sometimes I put snippets in the weekend show, but it's a news format, right? You can tell that I'm doing it as a news format. Am I doing it to profit off of their content? No, it's a news, and sometimes a lot of people say, yeah, show me on your show. They want the exposure. So I'm just letting you know, be careful what you use. And things are changing on YouTube. I'm fighting for, my channel's successful. Yes, I'm earning my living. Not as much as I did a year ago, but yeah, I'm trying to earn my living. And I know some of you guys are too. Create your own content, create your own style, your own themes, your own stuff. Don't do something that people look at and say, you did it exactly like so-and-so. Do your thing, right? Anyways, now the rest, I pretty much covered all the Ask RaceGrooves stuff. I'm going to talk about, Majorette. I showed the third Majorette case, and I'll be doing a feature video closer to the time that stuff is released. So, as far as the brands and what you want to buy, buy what you want to buy. Buy what you want to collect. I'm not going to tell you what to collect, right? People were really happy that I showed NASCAR in the last video. I showed a couple snippets and off the pegs in passing. This is the first time I actually found the whole set. And why did I show them? Is eventually they're going to show up on my channel, right? So I'm picking up the sets of the NASCAR Authentics, right? So Kim Crawford, I have NASCAR too, but I know more about NASCAR. I'll bet you do, Bubba. You know a lot more about NASCAR than I do, right? I don't have a clue. I watch the occasional race here, maybe once a year. That's it. Not my thing. I couldn't tell you the drivers, couldn't tell you. And I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in that regard. If you like NASCAR, have at it. Buy what you like, collect what you like, if that's what you like to do, right? So, there's higher dollar cars. I can't show them all on my channel, right? I pay for this stuff myself. I pay for it out of my own pocket, right? Only Johnny Lightning and now Majorette send me cars for review. And some people say, oh, they would love to have free cars to show them on their channel, right? Well, I work hard to have that liberty to contact them and say, or work with them and say, I'll show them on my channel. I'm not getting paid. I'm spending my time, and they get the exposure on my channel, right? So I do what I can to show as much of what I can here and there. You know, there's been other brands that have maybe sent me something in the past too, but look, it's very minimal on my channel. Otherwise, I pay everything myself. Steve Goodwin, a couple of people have said this because I asked about the NASCAR. Why do they have the same car, but one has a yellow banner and one has a black banner? And thank you for quite a few of you let me know that, you know, the Sprint Cup Series, whenever they take the top 10, 16 cars, I don't know, top 10 cars at a certain point in the series, and then they have like a championship with those cars. So it's a kind of a new paint scheme for that final run, right? HWCMDLS. I showed M2 in an Off the Pegs video. Beautiful diecast, right? I can't be buying every car and showing them on the channel and every stuff. They make great stuff, right? If I do happen to pick something up, you know, I don't necessarily make a video of it, right? I got things to do. I got time. I can't necessarily flood my channel with about a bunch of adult collectible stuff. Kids want to see track time, and this stuff's taking time away from me doing track time. So I got to kind of make sure I'm working towards getting that more entertainment stuff on the channel. But yeah, M2 good stuff. Greenlight's got some good stuff. They got a postal truck coming up. I'm going to be getting that postal truck, even though I don't work for the post office anymore. Worked for 20 years. I resigned so I could do YouTube full time. And then in a few years, I'll apply for my retirement, right? Because I was too young to apply for retirement. I'll apply for that in the future. In the meantime, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. And look, I'm not complaining, okay? Even though I'm not making as much as I used to with the post office. I'm not complaining. I got a good thing. Having fun doing toy cars. I just have to have a balance of what kind of content I provide on the channel. Cole Sharkey, Majorette could not be coming to the U.S. at a more perfect time. Yeah, it's a pretty good time. You know, I'll be honest with you. Mattel, you know what they were doing? They were trying to hog as much shelf space as they could, right? And they were trying to block the shelf space from these other retailers, right? Johnny Lightning went by the ways. Racing Champions went gone. Jada gone from a lot of these stores. Now some of these diecast companies are coming back. And to be honest with you, some of those companies were not putting out good stuff, and they kind of shot themselves in the foot as well. So then when Mattel wanted more shelf space, the retailer said, yeah, we'll give it to you because this other stuff isn't selling. I'm talking 10, 15 years ago, okay? Not necessarily what's happening right now with brands coming back to the shelves, right? So I think it's fantastic that some of these brands are coming back. And Majorette hasn't been here since the last century, so I'm glad they're coming back. Mike Donnelly, great video as always. Mike Donnelly, great video as always, Mark. Looking forward to you featuring more Majorette in your upcoming videos. Yeah, I look forward to showing the Majorette as well. You know, they send me the stuff, right? It's not sponsored. I'm not getting paid for it. They send me this stuff. And there's supposed to be like 3 waves. There's 3 different lines. And then I think we're going to get a new batch of cars every other month. I think that's the schedule for this year. I don't know how much of that stuff I'm going to wind up getting from them. I don't know how much I'm going to wind up showing, right? But because it's plastic tires, I'm going to emphasize it on my channel because, look, kids' toys and plastic tires are perfect for kids who play with their cars. Not only that, opening doors, opening features, right? Yeah, they're going to cost $3.50, right? But you're getting the value that you're paying for. Brian's Artillery. Thanks again for another informative video. Nice to see Majorette, blah, blah, blah. Steel suspension. Yeah, a lot of these cars have suspension too. Push down on a car, they got a little bounce like a real car. When you push on the car, you got a little bounce, right? So that's why it's really nice that Majorette's coming back. Johnny Lightning, look, most of their cars have rubber tires, so I can't encourage that for kids. You know, kids might rip off the tires and swallow the tires. So that's not intended for the smallest kids, but Majorette, right? They're perfectly suited for the younger crowd. Corey Donaldson, I'm willing to pay more for good quality diecast video. Yeah, that's what we have to do, right? If you want quality, you got to pay for it. Look what's happening to the basic $1 lines with all the basic manufacturers, right? And that would be Mattel with their Hot Wheels and Matchbox. That would be Meso. They have different lines for them as well, right? You're not getting features. You're losing interiors. You're getting less metal. You're losing moving parts. Some cars are losing their triple axle and going to 2 axles. That's okay. They're $1 basic cars, right? But it's kind of been a thing with the manufacturers, the retailers, and the consumers. That's the triangle, right? There's 3 things that make this this system work, right? And Mattel would gladly make stuff that people would buy, right? But I think that consumers are pushing for the $1. Retailers are pushing for the $1, right? And you're going to get a $1 product, right? Mattel's going to make whatever. And you're just going to see a constant degradation of the $1 cars to where they can get that $1 price point. It's okay. That's what they are, a $1 car, right? I have no problem with it. So don't think I'm smack talking basic Hot Wheels or basic whatever because they're $1. That's what they are, right? People have said, why don't you make a video showing how the Maestro cars are inferior to these other cars, blah, blah, blah. Why would I do that? They're $1. They're cheaper. They're more affordable than Hot Wheels and Matchbox. In most places, they're priced less. For a long time, Hot Wheels were like $1, and you can get Maestro for 70 cents. Some places, 2 for $1. Why would I talk bad about a brand when that's what it is? That's what they are. Maybe families or maybe people live in countries or regions where they don't get any cars but Maestro. So why would I make a video talking down about a product, right? Kid doesn't need to hear that. That's all he can get. So I'm going to make the kid feel bad because that's all he could get. I'm not going to do that. Why should I? The product is what the product is, right? There's also, you got your $30, $40, $50, $100 cars with lots of pieces, right? They are what they are. You get what you pay for. And if you can afford that, have at it. Maybe someday I'll get something. Maybe someday I'll get a display area. I'll get one of those things. It'd be fantastic, right? Edster, he's been posting some pretty good comments going through my older videos. And you brought up a good point with collecting as well as pricing. He read Champion DJ Che's comment too. I agree with you both. He's for all Majorette and he's for a higher price point. You can't produce those kinds of die casts at 99 cents and make a profit, right? Not only that, consider where they're making these products, right? They're not making these products in areas where people have the best of economies, right? And that's another part of it that I don't want to bring into the conversation, but it's part of the conversation, right? So while we're complaining and crying because we want our dollar toys and we want it with all the features in the world, in the meantime, the people who are making them, they're not living quite as well as we are. And just to bring it home, Zach Mansour, right? I'd pay $350 for Majorettes for sure. Absolutely. Am I going to buy? Oh, actually, I take it back. There's one more comment. I must have had. No, it was out of order. What do I think of the value of Majorette? I think there's value. I'm going to be buying them, right? It just so happens that they're going to wind up appearing on my channel, right? Yeah, it has to do with several things. Yeah, they help me get the cars. I was going to buy them anyways, right? But would I make feature videos on them? Or would I just wait until I buy enough to where I can make a downhill racing video? That's what I would be doing, right? So now because they made a little extra step, yes, I'm going to make the extra step and they'll be showing. Yeah, they'll probably show up in Off the Pegs videos in the future. I don't even know what the full product line is going to be in Toys R Us, right? Some of you countries have beautiful, beautiful displays with Majorette. Action packs, play sets, 3-packs, 5-packs. So many beautiful things from Majorette. I don't even know what's going to show up here in the USA. Am I buying? Yes, am I buying? How much of that am I going to be showing on my channel? I don't know. It just depends on what I have the time. And I got to also focus on kids content too. Because to be honest with you, it's the kids content that helps me do this channel, right? I could not do this channel just on shows like this or the adult collectibles that I do during the week, right? There's no way. It's not what I can do. Because this is how I earn my living now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this weekend show. It was a little bit different than others. And if you stayed this line, guess what? I do have a track time video. It's unlisted. It is in the description. It's because I did a fantasy car and a real car. Yes, it's on an old layout that I did, but it's something different. Look, I get thousands of new subscribers every month, right? So maybe they haven't seen the other one. Anyways, thank you for watching. Happy collecting and have fun with your toys. Bye-bye.